why you absolutely shouldn't have a Revolut Business account, or indeed any at all. You'll quickly get the most important and crucial facts in this comprehensive video. Hello and welcome. My name is Florian Wilk. I am the Managing Director of CMC and have been working in Cyprus for 15 years. We help entrepreneurs move to Cyprus, handle immigration, set up companies, manage ongoing bookkeeping, and deal with all legal matters. And today, we are going to thoroughly discuss the Revolut Business account and meticulously examine why it truly makes a lot of sense to have an account, or perhaps not have one at all, there specifically with Revolut. There are now a whole range of different providers. You can choose between a traditional Cypriot bank or many online banks. There's Intergiro, iCard, Pacera, Viva Wallet, and so on. And of course, Revolut Business as well. The special thing about Revolut Business, and why I think it's truly an excellent way to do business banking, is that it has a banking license. That means you have the same regulations as with a traditional bank, but everything is handled completely online. This means you can open your account online as well as handle all support requests and so on. Everything is managed entirely through the Revolut Business app. And of course, some people will say, yes, but I prefer to have a contact person at a branch. That's just what I like better. Yes, of course, I can understand that. But it also has the big advantage that I don't have to stand in line at a branch or deal with waiting times. And if you know the Cypriot banks, then you know it can easily take half an hour until you get to the bank, or your contact person is on vacation, or there's yet another public holiday, and so on and so forth. And these are all things I simply don't have to deal with at Revolut Business. Opening an account doesn't take 2 or 3 months like it does at a Cypriot bank. Sure, things are faster now at the Cypriot bank too, but not always. Usually it takes a few days, so it takes a normal amount of time. Usually it takes at most a week, and then you have your Revolut Business account. And you also have very, very fair fees. You can sometimes, and this is really true, just take a look at the fee schedules of Cypriot banks. You can sometimes spend several €100 for a single transaction at a Cypriot bank. It's honestly insane. And even smaller transactions can quickly cost. Sometimes there are exemptions, but it's easy to pay €2 per transaction, or even 5, 8, or 10 euros. And if you have, say, medium-sized transactions, whatever that means, but where you're in a range where the costs aren't very high, but also not free, then with 30 transactions, you can quickly end up paying 10 euros each, or even 5 euros, and suddenly you're looking at 150 or 300 euros a month, just in transaction fees. And it's also a kind of creeping process, because sometimes you have a transaction, then you have a few free transactions, then again one that costs something. And you barely even notice it. And secretly, you're really paying thousands of euros a year in bank fees. And they're really emptying your pockets. Sorry, I just have to tell it like it is. That's why I advise against such banks. And I'm a very, very big fan of Revolut Business. The customer service is really, really good. The onboarding and account opening process is very fast and straightforward. And the ongoing fees are absolutely fair. I think it's called the Grow package. That's a mid-level package and costs you 30 euros a month. You get 5 SWIFT transactions, so 5 international transactions are already included, and also 100 SEPA transactions. That means you can make 100 transfers within the SEPA area, that is the EU plus Switzerland, Norway, and so on, Iceland. You can make those accordingly, and that's really, really fair and advantageous. And up to certain limits, you were even exchange fees of only 0.6%, so that's also very fair. If you need to exchange from euros to US dollars, Swiss francs, British pounds, Singapore dollars, or something like that, then you can do so at a very, very fair rate as well. Also, of course, and by now this goes without saying, I think you also get a card, or actually up to 3 cards per person in your company, and you can use these cards both physical and virtual, to handle various things and make all kinds of payments. So all in all, I think it's a really great product with extremely fair terms, and that's why it's really easy for me to wholeheartedly recommend it to you, because I'm very, very convinced by Revolut Business. We also have a lot of clients who use it, and I can simply see that it works even in day-to-day handling. For example, you can also use the app to take a photo of a receipt for a transaction, and that way, for example, in accounting, we can automatically pull not only the account transactions, but also the receipts. So it actually saves you time and as a result also costs in ongoing bookkeeping. So it's really an all-around happy, all-around worry-free solution that I can absolutely recommend. You'll find a link below the video where you can open a Revolut Business account for your Cyprus Limited, but also for other jurisdictions. And if you have questions about setting up a company abroad, maybe about banking, or if you have a special industry, a special case and need individual support, or if you want to emigrate to Cyprus or other countries, then feel free to take advantage of a free initial consultation. You'll also find this. A calendar for booking a free appointment is available below the video. And don't worry, it's not a sales pitch, but rather an initial consultation and introductory meeting where we actually give you real tips to get you started. And of course, we're happy if you turn out to be a good fit as a client and if we can support you with your plans. But we won't try to push any products on you or anything like that, but we'll always offer only fair solutions. So thank you very, very much for your attention. I'm curious to hear about your experiences with Revolut Business. Feel free to write them in the comments. I'm looking forward to your feedback. Of course, I also reply to every comment, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. So thank you very much, all the best, and see you very, very soon. Yours, Florian Wilk.